Alright, Shalom. I want to start out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Coming at you with another lesson to the spirit power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Lord willing, this lesson may be edifying. I want to start in the book of Colossians, chapter 4, verse 5. It says, live wisely among those who are not believers and make the most of every opportunity. In the KJV, walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time. So what we are saying, or what we are suggesting when we tell Israelites that it is not wise to put fringes on all your garments because you are walking amongst a world full of unbelievers. Okay? And when you do this, you are advertising yourself to be a Hebrew Israelite. Now, we never said nothing was wrong with doing this. All we said was it would be wise if you didn't do so. It would be wise if you didn't go to the movies, or if you didn't go out to eat, or if you didn't go to the grocery store. Okay, if you're not out the park with your children wearing your garments. Okay? Because like I said, you are advertising yourself as a Hebrew Israelite. You're not wrong. Okay, we didn't say y'all going off about it. We just says that's not the wisest thing to do. Why? Because we are amongst wolves, as Yahushua said. So we are to be as sheep. You know, we are trying to be as low profile as possible. That will be the wisest thing to do, which we suggest. If you choose to do it, do it. Okay, it's up to you. You not going off. We're just saying. You just put a target on your back. Okay? Now, when you go out to teach, because people will try to say this, well, don't y'all wear y'all garments and y'all go out to teach? Yeah. Okay? Because we are commanded to go out and teach. Okay? We got to do the duty of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We got to preach the word. Right? And whatever takes place there at the altar, because that's what we call it, at the altar, then that's what takes place. You know? Meaning what takes place if someone may come up, or if you may deal with someone in a coworker might see you, or your boss, or look, that happens, so be it. But to do an everyday sportage of it doesn't make sense. That's not walking in wisdom. Okay, especially the stigma that they have put on us out here in this world as some type of terrorist group, or hate group. That's the stigma they put on us, even though it's not true, which we know. Why label you? Why put this, advertise yourself where this person can just label you as that? You know what I mean? Here you are, you going out to eat, and the waitress, the chef, or whoever may see you with your gear on, and they say, they're these type people. Okay, let me send a message to the chef, and the chef got a nice treat for them. I'm just saying, not saying it's going to happen. It can, but I'm just saying these are different things that can take place. In some instances, have taken place. So we're just saying walk in wisdom. That's all. Let's see. Send forth. It's in the book of Matthew. 40. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 10. I didn't want this one. Let me see. Is it in this title? Sheep amongst Salakia. All right, so it was Matthew 10. All right, so this is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 16. Let's read it in the NLT. It says, "Look, I am sending you out as sheep among wolves, right? These people of the world, these people are wolves, man. You know, these people are, looking, especially going back to Esau, Edom, they're ready to devour us, you know. So be as shrewd as snakes and harmless as doves, and so you can get an understanding. Being shrewd is going into, being wise, okay, and be harmless as possible when we're moving around or moving out and about in the mist, okay. So that's all we're saying is be wise and move with wisdom. Like I've been out in the world and seen or just out and about on daily activities, and I've seen a lot of Jake, what I'm saying, just walking around, moving around in the grocery stores, doing this and that with the men got on their t-shirts with the fringes, you know what I'm saying, and different other items on, and the woman got the dress and the head wrap and her whole attire, okay, which there's nothing wrong with that. But what we're saying is, look, people that know somewhat of this thing, they're going to treat you different, especially if they have came across some other fellow Israelite teachers, and they was they felt that they was dealt with harshly, or they was talked to rough, or they was rebuked. So they're going to look at it as, those people are against me. Those people hate my kind. So pretty much all we're saying is going into is basically that it will be wise for you not to do these things. So for you to come on the elders comment board, right? Let's just see part of the thing he said. He says, it says, I don't got the whole thing, but the brother stopped it at the point where you need to see. It says, you may not wear fringes, elder, but you do observe the high holy days like the Sabbath and the Passover. And just the same, it wouldn't be a righteous thing for them to condemn you for doing so, right? But we're not condemning individuals that do decide to wear their fringes, okay? It says, fringes is their way of practicing the righteous acts, but for others, keeping the holy days is how they do it. And if you want to go that route, yeah, it is. You can consider it as rehearsing the righteous acts. But you still want to understand the times that we are living in. Okay, just because there's a lot of righteous acts. If you want to go take that route, there's a lot of righteous acts. You can try or perform the best you can. But you got to say, well, wait a minute, is it that season for that? In a lot of cases for things, it's no. Even what I can even mention Paul on this. It says, all things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient. So certain things are, just not profitable. Not wrong to do so in a situation, but certain things are just not beneficial. It's not profitable. I guarantee. Okay, if your coworker or your boss run across some, men, teaching the word, and they get rebuked or they get cussed out, and they're gonna notice, for the most part, they may notice those that ribbon the blue and at the fringes, or the type of gear they have on, and you come to work with something similar to that. Oh yeah, they're gonna be like, They're gonna question and say, is this guy, or this woman, are they into, that hate group, okay, that cussed me and my family out on the street, and not really cussed, but rebuked, or this group that spoke to us harshly. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put hell on him today. They might start looking. They might Google it. Different images and videos pop up, and they say, you know what? That does represent, a part of, those guys that were teaching. Yeah, I don't like what they stand for, and he's into that. I don't like Bob no more. I'm just throwing a name out there. I don't like Bob no more, just because he's into that. These things can happen. But it's what we're saying is you don't have to put yourself in that situation. That's the main point of it. You don't have to. Okay? It's continuing on. It says, fringes is their way of practicing the righteous acts, but for others, keeping the holy days is how they do it. Both groups are right, and neither group is wrong. We're still in these corruptible bodies, which means we're not perfect, yet elder, but each of us are doing our... And I wish I can pull it up. Let me find that video. Slakia. Find that video of the elder. Let's see. It's not on that channel. I wanted to get the whole thing. Dang, man. Let's see if the brother goes into a little more to go down.
You got to do things that you're not supposed to do on the Sabbath. Really, you're supposed to rest and do nothing on the Sabbath. But you can't do that in this society. You know, everybody can. Some people can, right? See? It says, fringes is their way of practicing the righteous acts, but for others, keeping the holy days is how they do it. Okay? And we're just, like I said, teaching wisdom. Both groups are right and neither group is wrong. We're still in these corruptible bodies, which means we're not perfect, yet elder, but each of us are doing our best, and right now, that's all we can do. Speaking of the high holy days, what day is the Sabbath this month? And the Sabbath is about to be over today. It's from Sunday sundown to Monday sundown.
There you go. The brother pulled it all the way down. So it says, yet elder, but each of us are doing our best, and right now, that's all we can do. Speaking on the high holy days, what is the seventh day of this month? Okay, the brother just went into it. That's why he said that.
It's how the Sabbath currently is being practiced, which is why we're in the midst of the Pesach. We're in the midst of the Passover. It started last night, and the Sabbath ends today. So, Lord willing, you were edified. I just want to say that, like I said, not necessarily getting on the brother, but no, we don't condemn these brothers. Okay, we're just trying to get them to know, hey, look, you want to wear your fringes, go ahead. It's just not the wisest thing to do. And borderline, we could say, it's just not the wisest thing to do. I won't even call a brother foolish for doing it. It's just not wise, knowing that we're going to be demonized for what we believe. It's not wisdom to operate that way. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
So basically, the brother, we're in agreement. A lot of us, we're all in agreement with the same thing, and that just sums it up. That's the point. I ain't even got no more to say. Shalom.